Hi, this is Sean, and this channel's called Wolf Dog Moon. And today we're going to be doing another spoiler-free review of Championship Wrestling, brought to you by Car Shield. For 11/6/22. If you like this kind of content, smash that like button, subscribe to our channel for more, ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss out, comment down below, and share with your friends. Alright, let's get into this. Alright, so on the Memphis Wrestling YouTube channel, this is totally free, these events that they do, and it's brought to you, it's from the United Wrestling Network. And what's really cool, this United Wrestling Network, they seem to be working in cooperation with other promotions like New Japan Pro Wrestling and also AEW, because some of the stars that are on those, some of the wrestlers, are also appear on these championship wrestling shows. Now these shows are on typically they've been on Sunday at 1 o'clock. So we'll leave a link down below, and what you can do is go watch the episode, after you listen to our spoiler-free review, and then come back to our channel and comment down below and let us know what you thought about the show. And we can have a good old time and stuff. So I consider this a hidden gem. I mean, this show it has that awesome nostalgic feel, that old school wrestling, and the wrestlers are called pro wrestlers. So right off the bat, if you like when the wrestlers are called pro wrestlers and not something else, and the whole production is focused on the wrestlers, then you're gonna like this championship wrestling. All right, let's get into it. To this. So the first match, you have this guy. Now I've seen this guy before. His name's Bad Dude Tito, and he's a member of TMDK, and they bill him from somewhere in California, I think Weiner, California. Now on our channel, we've done a review of this pay-per-view that New Japan Pro Wrestling had done called Capital Collision, and so encourage you to go check that out on our channel. Just go through our videos till you find it. I think we even have a pro wrestling playlist, and you can go through those and have a good old time, because we did an awesome review of that show. And anyways, this Bad Dude Tito, I think he's in the opening match of that, and it's an awesome match. So this guy's going against the television champion. So the United Television Champion, he's known as the Modern Spartan, and his name is Jordan Cruz, and he's booked out of Lafayette, Louisiana. Now, right away, this guy looks impressive. He's physically impressive. He looks like a Spartan. He's very cut, and he looks very intense and stuff, and he looks like a champion. And so right off the bat, you get this awesome hard-hitting match. And with this championship wrestling from the United Wrestling Network, you're getting all the moves. These guys, they're not limited in their moves. They're doing sunset flips. All the wrestlers on this show, they're doing the old school arm drag takedowns. They're doing double axe handles. They're doing drop kicks. They're doing body slams. They're doing spinning heel kicks. They're doing headbutts, step up enziguris. They're doing all the awesome moves. There's no limited moves like you see, for example, on something like the WWE. It hurts your brain. It's like they don't know how to do any moves, or they are limited and boxed into the number of moves they can do. For me, like, WWE comes across more like a video game, like they're trying to simulate a video game on TV. All the moves are just meant to get a reaction out of the crowd, instead of telling a narrative, instead of telling a story. And so having moves that make sense from a contest standpoint of two people duking it out and trying to wear each other down, for example, with grapples and stuff. Championship wrestling from CarShield here, it does it right. It does it in the way that it doesn't hurt your brain. You can understand why these guys are fighting, and you can also understand their tactics and how they're going about trying to win these matches. So so right off the bat, you get this awesome title match for the United Television Championship in the first match. And then the second match is this guy. He's billed from the Electric City. His name is Kevin Martson, and he's going against this other guy, Big Hoss. And this guy looks like a Western cow, hand. He even carries a cowhide rope with him, and this guy looks tough. Another thing that you get with this promotion, first of all, it's free. Let me back up a little bit. This is free on YouTube. You can watch the entire show for free, and you just right then and there, you can't beat it. It's old school in that way. You don't have to have cable TV. You don't have to be paying some kind of subscription or anything like that. You just get to watch this, and that's awesome right off the bat. So we encourage you to check out our reviews, get all excited, because this stuff is awesome. I feel like we're in a wrestling renaissance. That's what I'm calling it. And you can't go wrong with this. It feels like the old Saturday Superstation or the Saturday morning WWF wrestling from back in the day, where you get to watch this and you can learn the characters and stuff. It's not costing you any money. So this match is an awesome, hard-hitting match, and it's back and forth. And this guy Kevin Martson, he's very intense and stuff, and he does a lot of awesome high-impact moves. So check that one out. Now, between the next match, there's a segment that they do, and it's like another backstage interview. And this is some women wrestlers, and they set up for a tag team match the following week. And this segment features the Unbreakable Savannah Stone, and then this girl called the Pink Dream, Alex DeGracia, and they both have this tough look, and there's some nasty female heels, and they're going against this Zeta Zhang, who's like a martial arts expert, and her partner is called Milo. So definitely check that out. And the other thing I would point out with this show is that the commentary, I mean, they even mention Gorilla Monsoon, and it has an awesome nostalgic feel, like they know the history of wrestling and stuff. And what's cool about it is they treat the event, the way they do the commentary is very much like how Gorilla Monsoon used to do it. Gorilla Monsoon and Jesse the Body Ventura, that was my favorite commentary team from back in the day, because they were both colorful characters that knew what they were talking about, and they were former wrestlers, so they knew the business of wrestling. So it definitely harkens back to that old school feel, and they're simulating these events in a way that makes sense. It feels like the focus is squarely on the wrestlers, the action that's happening in the squared circle, and not the audience. For example, they do show the audience, but they're just showing that there is an audience and they're having fun, but the focus is not on the audience. A lot of times when I used to watch WWE, for example, they focus on the audience as if they're the only thing that's important, and the wrestlers are minimized in a way. And so with this championship wrestling, they do it much better. It feels more like a wrestling show. And so in the third match, you have this awesome guy, Willie Mack. I mean, this guy, he's a big bruising guy. He has a hair pick that he puts in his hair and stuff. And he's built from South Central LA, and he's known as Chocolate Thunder. And this guy, he's awesome. And he's going up against hold on one second, please. I had to pause it for a second there. Sorry about that. The cat was acting like an idiot. All right, so where was it? Oh yeah. So you have this awesome guy, Willie Mack, called Chocolate Thunder, and he's going against this guy that's part of the embassy, and his name is Invictus Cash, and he's this impressive guy that he looks like he's from the Middle East, like India, and he's got blonde hair though, and he has a good physical look to him. He's very he has a very strong build to him. Like he lifts the heavyweights. He's not messing around with any light weights in the gym kind of thing. And so this is an awesome hard hitting match, and they're doing all the moves too. They're doing sunset flips and body slams, drop kicks, arm drag takedowns, double axe handles. They're even doing eye pokes, step up insecurities. They're doing headbutts, spinning heel kicks. You get all the moves with this championship wrestling from CarShield. And so even the commercials are good. I've mentioned this before, but they even get the commercials right, where the commercials don't hurt your brain. You actually don't mind watching them. They have this awesome Marines commercial that you should check out. It gives me chills every time I see it. And so that is an awesome match. There's this one move in the match that this Willie Mack guy does that it's going to be shocking when he does this move, because it was shocking for me. I'm not going to spoil it, but you're gonna want to get behind this Willie Mack guy after you see this match. So go check that match out. Come back here and let us know what you thought about it. So then, moving on to the main event. You have some segments in between and stuff, like I said, and then kind of building up the matches and stuff. And then the main event is a tag team championship match for the United World Tag Team Championships, and it's between the Midnight Heat, they're called, and they're real colorful. They're like a trio of real colorful guys. They look like something out of like the 70s or something. They look like there was a Saturday Night Live skit with these two guys. I forget what it was called, but they even made a movie. It had, I think, Will Ferrell in it, and these guys would be in their car bopping to the music. And if you know what movie I'm talking about, or that Saturday Night Live skit, back when Saturday Night Live was okay. Nowadays, I don't watch that stuff. I can't do it. But back when it was halfway decent, they had this skit. I forget what the two guys were, but they dressed in like silver type clothes, and they would go to this dance club, and they would be bopping their heads and stuff. And that's what this Midnight Heat reminds me of. And so they're a trio of Rockin' Ricky Gibson, this other guy called Guy Tweakaselli, and then Precious Eddie Pearl. So that's all the members. Now, this Rockin' Ricky Gibson is usually one of the wrestlers, but he's injured. So Guy Tweakaselli takes his place in this championship match. And they're going against these guys called the Reno Scum. And these two guys, they're gnarly looking guys. They got tattoos all over them. They look like punk rockers or something out of like Borderlands 2, the video game. And so it's an awesome match with a lot of funny gags in it too, and the different colorful characters. The Guy Tweakaselli is so he's so colorful and over the top that it's hard to not want to get behind this guy, because he has all kinds of antics that he does in the ring. So definitely encourage you to check that out. There's a lot of hard-hitting action, and so that main event is really good. So gonna get to my final thoughts to get close to wrapping this one up, but definitely encourage you to check this Championship Wrestling out by CarShield. I mean, you can't go wrong with something like this. Again, it's free, and in these times that we live in, I mean, everything costs so much money. It's refreshing to find something that they're not trying to milk you for more money. You can just, again, follow the link down below in the description, and that'll take you to this event, which is on the Memphis Wrestling channel on YouTube, and it's completely free. You just have like I said, there's ads in there. If you can catch it live, then you'll only get the ads that are played, you know, the Car Shield ads and stuff that are part of the show. But if you watch it afterwards, for example, then YouTube will put commercials over the top. And so it's best to watch it when it airs, and it airs on Sundays at 1 o'clock. And you can also go back and go through the older episodes. Now, we've done a review of an older episode from the beginning of the year in January, so you can go check that out on our channel. We were going to do some more reviews, spoiler free, of some of the other events, you know, to build up to the current ones, because my son and I, we just discovered this Memphis Wrestling. And this Memphis Wrestling was originally Jerry the King Lawler's territory back in the 70s and the 80s, and it ended in like the early 90s, I think, and it went off the air, and now they've brought it back, and it's awesome. It feels like old school wrestling. And so again, they're doing all the moves, and that alone makes it awesome. They're doing body slams and all those other moves that I mentioned. And not only that, this United Wrestling Network is in cooperation with like other promotions. They mention Impact, they mention WWE, but they also have actual wrestlers from New Japan Pro Wrestling, like Bad Dude Tito, that's what he's from, TMDK. And then they have like Danny Limelight and a bunch of others. So again, you can't go wrong with something like this. It's completely free. I know it airs on Fight TV. I don't have Fight TV because Fight TV is a subscription. I might get it at some point because it looks like it has a lot of different other kinds of wrestling promotions, because it feels like we're entering this awesome wrestling renaissance where you have a lot of different wrestling promotions going on, and you know, they all try to be unique in a way, which is cool. I was even checking out one and I might do a review on our channel of the WOW Wrestling, Women of Wrestling, that is on YouTube for free. They have the actual episodes, and it's a real colorful event with the women are really colorful. It reminds me of the old Glow from back in the day, the gorgeous ladies of wrestling. So I might do a review on this channel, but in the meantime, definitely encourage you to go check out this event. Again, it's 11/6/22 Championship Wrestling by Car Shield. We'll put the link down in the description below, and you can go watch it after you listen to this review, and then come back and comment down below and let us know what you thought, and we can get a discussion happening. And kind of this whole thing is like a hidden gem, so there aren't a lot of views it's getting, and so we can kind of, you know, get in when the getting's good. Like, we can get in and talk about this stuff before, you know, it sometimes when stuff gets very popular, it kind of can get watered down, and you know, this other element comes into it, and it starts to devolve a little bit. And so it's cool to catch these things on the way up. So definitely encourage you to do that, and then we can have a good old time in the comments. So gonna wrap this one up. Hope this video finds you having an amazing day, and we hope that you have a blessed day and that your spirits remain high. Signing out.